I'm Lena, and this here is Lilly Mae. We live and travel full-time in our 2020 Jayco camper, and I wanted to take you along and show you what this bad boy really looks like on the inside, because we've been doing this for 3 years now. So come on in. You first come into our nice little house here. We are in the 195 RV, and this is our little bungalow of home. So you've got everything literally right here. It's kind of crazy, but so we have our bed. This is a queen short, so whenever you lay down, your little toesies might be on the edge here, and that's okay. And then of course up here, I don't know why they did this. It's kind of nice. I like to have all of my stuff up here, and I've collected some like pictures and whatnot and journals, my books, and some extra storage up here. But honestly and truly, for full-time living, I'm just going to be honest, I'm like 5.5 and I'm having to slouch down. This is one of the things that's kind of, I wish they didn't have this here. It's a love-hate relationship. So if you're laying in bed, it's okay, but if you wake up too fast, you may knock your noggin. Just being honest. All right, so this is my kitchen. This is not my original countertops. I actually worked on this bad boy with Kelly and Mickey from Utah. So this is a fake granite, and as you can see, my lovely Picasso skills here, this is from a DIY project that went south, and that's okay, because that adds character. And a lot of people, Miss Heather here that's video recording this for me, she thought this was my dishwasher. I wish I had a dishwasher, but no, this is actually my fridge. It's a two-way unit. I lost my cap, so don't judge that. And yeah, so we have a small fridge freezer. Again, it's two-way, so it runs off of electric and propane. And then May is actually on a complete raw diet. So one of the big upgrades that I actually made was getting this unit here. I think it's a 20 cubic foot, like an apartment freezer. So I got that bad boy, and that has been completely game changer. All right, so now we're in our lovely little dinette. Now, again, the 195 RV does not have any slides out, because that's, after the research I done doing this solo, having an extra slide, which is something extra to break and to learn to fix, and I didn't want any of that. So I have very limited table space, and that is because I chose to purchase this bad boy here, and this was, honestly, it's been great. It's a little Instapot oven baker broiler. It's like the whole 9 yards in one. So he lives here and I never move him. Yeah, that has been absolutely great. I've got my window behind me. My little Starlink router thing just lives there. I had it up here, but I realized it was getting kind of hot. And then all of my cabinetry here. Now, one of the upgrades that we made in Utah with Kelly and Mickey, again, because they are the best, they actually helped me put in these little boards. Like, this used to not be here, and that has been really good, just because like I use my mason jars, like my extra pans and whatever else, like it just kind of keeps them all in place. And then again, really just pantry items in here, flour and Tupperware and whatnot. And that's pretty much what's over here in this side of the dinette. So moving back to the kitchen again, this is my 2-burner stove. I just cooked on it last night, so I apologize for some of the grease you may see, but it's just a 2-burner stove. And then I have my fan, little light switch, has the fan on it to take the air out. And then all of my national parks that I've gone to, I collect little magnets, and I think it's super fun. San Simeon is the only one that actually wasn't a national park. And then my handy dandy microwave, which honestly and truly I don't use a lot. I quite truthfully use it as a storage unit. So right now it's housing my bananas that Heather said that needed to be put up, because they're in need of a baking and not for anything else. And then in here, actually, believe it or not, this is my whole pantry, which is honestly kind of crazy. It's very deep. It's like 3 layers. It's amazing. I love it. And then my actual breaker panel is here. He's kind of weird to open. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so my breaker panel is here. So that's always nice to kind of know where that is. And then this underneath here is actually my hot water unit. So a lot of people don't believe me, but you can look it up yourself. But this unit actually does not have an electric hot water heater. This only runs on propane. Fun fact for you. Let me show you inside my lovely bathroom. But I feel like everybody always wants to do this elbow test, and I'm not the greatest. I think I'm 130 pounds, but it fits my elbow test, okay? And you've got your lovely toilet paper right here, and a mirror for right here for whenever you stand up to make sure you can see yourself. It's right there. And then I wanted to show you guys inside my shower. So this is not the best shower I've ever been in, let me just say that. But we do have a little tub. You see, we got a little tub action here. We're getting something done, maybe like a little Epsom salt bath, crisscross applesauce. Yeah, so we've got this. One of the biggest upgrades I made was this shower head, and also this filtration system came from Denise in California, because California's water was actually killing my hair. So I've got that extra water filter there on. So whenever this is showering me, it is just like full on just hitting me. And then I've got these here from Amazon. And again, it just holds my shampoo, conditioner, my hair clip, little scrubby, soap, all the whole 9 yards. But yeah, if you were taller than 5'5", you're kind of at your limits here. Now I will say, whenever I've got the curtain going and you're trying to shower, I'm not sticking to the curtain. You might stick to the curtain, but I'm not sticking to the curtain yet. So that's something to keep in mind. Now this unit is very basic, so I don't have one of those fans that takes out the air. I just have a very basic open and close system. So unfortunately, no fan, but that's okay. We just open and close that bad boy whenever we're using it. And then I got an extra little caddy here. It just holds all of my dental cleaning products. And yeah, I'd say this is the bathroom. Before I show you my junk, as Heather just called it, this is my closet. He's pretty dang spacious, if I say so myself, especially for a solo traveler. I do have a lot of shoes, so you guys are going to have to mind the throw in there style I've got going on. But yeah, so this is us. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized closet, okay? So that's what we're working with. And honestly and truly, all of these clothes just came from the house or the thrift store from Utah, Texas, and California. So yeah, this is what we're working with here. And then I forgot to mention, this here is actually my propane heater. I don't never hardly use it unless I'm boondocking. It's a really simple setup I have. But again, I never turn it on. Like even here while I'm in, where am I at, Colorado, I just use my electric heater, because let me tell you, I am that cheap person and I will use everything free, and my electricity is free. So I use my electric heater. So Lily and I have been on the road for about 3 years. So we started in South Carolina. Our first job was in West Virginia. We were in Monongahela National Forest. And we actually, look at this, we are not very ladylike, but this is us, okay? So we started in Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia, and then we traveled from there to South Carolina to see family one more time. And then we left from there, we went to far west Texas and Lajitas. We spent the winter there, and then we summered in Utah. We summered in like Bryce Canyon area. And then from there, we went all the way to California. We spent the winter in California, and now we're here in Colorado. But believe it or not, this is, I think it's the left side of the elk jaw. And I found this bad boy while we were in Utah. I cleaned him up, and he's been on the road with me ever since. And you wouldn't believe it if you walked in my house, but I really did get from South Carolina all the way to California. It's just not been colored in. So that's just, yeah, a little bit about me. I love to scrapbook and things like that, but apparently I just really love to collect the scrapbooking items and not put it into place. But yeah, so I need to work on this. But back to what I was saying about Lilly Mae and I. So we've been on the road for 3 years now, and I actually found Lilly Mae in, what was that? So she's 4, October 15th will actually be her 5th birthday, and we'll be together for 4 years. And I actually have a really great surprise birthday present my granny is sending me. I don't know what it looks like, but she's actually getting me a ring that is going to be opal because Lilly Mae's birthday is October 15th. So I'm really excited about that, just to kind of share like the bond and love that Mae and I have together. But to all of my solo female lady travelers, if you don't have a dog, I will say that is my #1 requirement to live this lifestyle, is to have a dog. You don't have to have anything figured out, but I do think you need to have a dog, because honestly and truly, like, literally, I don't think I would do this without Mae. I love you. I do. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys were here. I'm thankful that you guys are still with us. So if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe button, and comment and let me know, would you live this lifestyle? Would you live in a Jayco travel trailer that's about 20 feet long, considering everything that you just saw? Yeah, let us know down in the comments, and we will see you next Wednesday. And I've got a special treat, as we are going to Ouray, Colorado.